Thank you very much. Thank you.
I would have offered you nuts. However, we ran out yesterday after.
Oh yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of nuts.
Ooh, no.
Contrary to popular belief.
Well, that is for. Have you read the consent form?
Out loud?
I mean, I'm gonna cut it. So like, read and sign.
Okay.
Later on, you know.
I will.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
Yes.
The lower right one.
Yeah.
Or for you.
But you can look in my eyes when you answer. But like,
I am answering your questions. Actually, hey guys, my name is Milo. I'm from Norway. My pronouns are they and them. So, yeah. Anyways, as I said, I'm from Norway. I'm very proud of that fact. I really like Norway and Scandinavia as a whole. And the reason I joined out this podcast is because I was just, curious to see what went down, I like conversing with people, and like being asked to do an interview is a nice way to converse with people because it's basically just a conversation, right? And the reason I think that Lewis is the best ever podcast host is because of his energy, We like the energy and the creative flow that I have seen come from him from English class and math class and all that. He's really cool, guys.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Yeah.
Click the subscribe button, ring that bell.
Ring that. Yeah. To begin with, we have the age-old prompt question I ask everyone here regarding stories, fiction, anything.
Okay.
So narratives, all right? Do you think they are more as a means of escape or a means of reflection?
Ooh, that's a good question. So whether I think it's escape or reflection?
Yeah.
Personally, I think they're often a mix of both. Of course, it's all to do with the author's intent, but an author's intent could be reflection whilst the audience uses it for escape, So intention doesn't always equal reception. And I think that what makes a good story is its ability to reflect on real life as well as offer a space for audiences to think about themselves and think outside of what they know.
Okay, what is, in that case, regarding reflection and escapism, what is the absolute of reflection in fiction? What would it look like? Would it be like a history textbook or like...
Well, it depends on if you mean reflection as in mirroring, as in a retell of a story, or if you mean
say that.
Philosophical.
Would you say that a memoir is the greatest reflection?
I'd say it's one of the greatest. A specific either autobiography or a biography of someone who has died. I would say it's a very good representation of reflection.
Okay, how about escapism?
Fantasy. Fantasy novels.
Any particular genres of fantasy? High, low?
I mean, I love high fantasy. But I don't know what subgenre of fantasy Harry Potter fits in, but when I was younger, I used Harry Potter as escapism.
That's true. I mean, a little boy gets shipped off to who knows where.
Yeah. But yeah, as a kid, I used that as escapism for me personally. So when I think of escapism, and in literature specifically, I would think of Harry Potter.
All right. Okay. Good. Moving on. Next question. What's a story you think is beautifully told, even if you didn't fully get it?
I think that... there's a film that we watched in film class in the Lumiere cinema that's called Goodbye Dragon Inn. It's from East Asia. I can't remember specifically where. I think it's Taiwan.
Okay.
Maybe. And I didn't fully understand it, but nor did I really like it.
I think I know what you're talking about. Go on.
I didn't really like the film, but I think it was a beautiful representation of that specific context, culturally, because it was to be frank, it was a boring film. It was just still pictures of an old cinema and some people working there, you know? There was no apparent story, but that's kind of the point, because it was reflecting the cultural context of how cinemas have been shut down in the country, you know?
Yeah. Would you say that, based on your answer, because you didn't really understand it, you say that, but you still liked it? You felt like it reflected a lot of things.
I did
everything.
think it reflected a lot.
Do you think that mystery and confusion is the author's greatest tool to create deepness?
Yeah, I do think so. Because, like, if an author gives you everything on a silver plate, you're just gonna sit there and take it, right?
Okay.
But if an author says, here's the plate, now make the food, you know? I'll give you the ingredients, but you have to make your own food, right? Because it's up to the audience to interpret a book or interpret media, right? It's our job to make our own understanding of it, and that is based on our own experiences.
Of course.
Yeah.
This is like your food analogy is actually really interesting, because I made a similar one with one of my other guests.
Yeah.
So when I write, I've discovered, like, if I hide behind like an acronym, right? Like, so they don't know that I'm just like a 11th grader or something. So what this is, if you can show your reader that the ingredients you prepare are of high value, right? That is like good enough.
Yeah.
They'll make whatever they think you want them to make. So what this means is basically, if you have beautiful prose, if you have established beforehand that you can write good and you can write beautiful and you can write very vivid descriptions, very detailed world building, very nuanced characters, then you could plug in anything you want in the middle. Like, you could be talking about a brother trying to save another brother who's fallen into a well, and you could include like a random shot of a banana peel on the ground, and your reader would make sense of it on their own. So, like, I guess that is the cheat code of either one, like indie authors, or B, super famous authors. So that is my take on it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now for a little comparison. All right. Let's say in any sort of media, right? Film, movie. No, wait. That's the same thing. Film, TV, book, like, or art. You know, what's a story you think? No, wait. No, wrong. What's more powerful to you, right? In there, a single striking image or a perfectly crafted plot twist?
Ooh.
For instance, give me a second. Let me read out an excerpt to you. Wait a second. For instance, okay, I have my personal answer on this, and that's one striking scene, and I'm gonna read like my why I think that. This is from a excerpt from this one fan fiction called Passerine by Thixkus. Beautiful. All right. The only paintings on the walls now were the landscapes Mama used to make. Tommy's favorite was the one of a mountain range shrouded in blue mist, because he could see in the corner where Mama had given him the brush for a few seconds. 3 errant brush strokes in an otherwise perfect painting that stood as a reminder that, once upon a time, Tommy had existed in the same universe as his mother. See, that is a single beautiful image, right? And that says so much.
It does, yeah.
What are your opinions on this?
Ooh, I think, like, in terms of impact, I think that striking images can be really impactful if it's done correctly.
Okay.
And as for plot twists, you can never really know if your entire audience will, like, have either figured it out or, like, will be surprised, you know? And so I do think maybe that moments in time have the biggest impact. Because, like, you mentioned fanfiction. Yeah. And I have, like I have experience in that field.
Ooh, PhD in that.
But, like, as for the moments, those moments are, like, when they're the consumers of the media, you know, whether it be film or something, that's when they can get inspiration to like, oh, I'm gonna write something in relation to that specific moment. Whilst with the plot twist, yes, it's perfectly crafted, yes, it's very well done, but it's like, that's just what happens, you know? And the audience is like, okay, that's cool, but you know, I can't do anything with that, you know? Unless they write an AU where it didn't happen.
I mean, I restarted my writer's block from an Undertale AU, so I know that actually. I'm a favorite trope plot twist.
I like me a good old fashioned. I was the villain all along.
I was the villain all along. I see.
Or you know, another good plot twist is like the main character finding out that the source of their problems was themselves.
I see. Like Whiplash.
Yeah, like all the stuff that they've been going through, and then they realize that, oh, I'm the one doing that shit, you know?
I see.
But you know, in terms of like villain type revealing, I when you say plot twist, I can only think of Frozen and Hans. You know, when he was like, if only there was someone out there who loved you. I'm like, 5-year-old me was like, what the fuck? You know? And yeah, so I think that was my first encounter with the plot twist.
So you're like, you prefer instantaneous, like,
I like,
bam!
I do like those plot twists, but I can also enjoy the ones that are a bit slow. You know? The ones that like build over time.
So plot twists that like catch you off guard versus plot twists that you slowly work your suspicions towards.
Yeah, to realize like, oh shit, and then you look at the whole story differently. You know?
Okay, which one?
Fight Club. When he's a hallucination.
Yeah.
Different personality type shit. When that is like revealed, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? This whole like person isn't a person type shit. Or in Moon Knight.
Okay.
When they reveal the backstory as to why Mark has dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah.
That always gets me. That moment of like fear where, what's his name?
Ethan. I think it's Ethan.
I don't think it's Ethan.
Okay. Mark Spector. Steven. See, I was close. I said Ethan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, Steven, yeah. When it's revealed that Steven isn't the original in Moon Knight, that always gets me.
Ooh.
But yeah, those kind of plot twists are also fun.
Do you like plot twists in the middle or at the end?
I like them to be the climax of the story.
I see.
So at the end of Act 2.
In an outcome?
Yeah.
3 act? 4 act?
Okay. 3-act structure.
Alright. So the thing that leads the protagonist to go into the moment of doubt.
Yeah.
I love those moments where it's like all hope is lost.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. Next question. Can silence or stillness be used as a storytelling tool?
Yes, they can. I'm doing film, and just now I'm writing an analysis of a film called Au revoir les enfants, like Goodbye Children in French, by Louis Malle from 1987 or 88. And in that film, he uses a lot of just long silent shots of a singular person as they're thinking, and I think that those are beautiful. Those are absolutely gorgeous shots, because you'd expect it to end a bit earlier, but then they last just a bit longer than you'd think, so that the audience is just left to think why he did that, and also the emotions that's coming from the scene. And for me, silence is a moment of thinking. That's what it's used for me.
Okay. So silence, it also counts as a form of exposition, as you said.
Yeah.
But what counts as under exposition in this case? When does silence become redundant?
I guess
because you mentioned silence dragged on can be used for the audience to think.
Yeah.
But what makes it so that the audience becomes annoyed instead,
If it lasts,
or like confused.
I guess if it lasts too long.
Okay.
Or if, like, yeah, if it lasts too long, I think you would get confused, like in Goodbye Dragon Inn, that I mentioned before.
Yeah.
Because some of those shots, like genuinely one of the shots lasts for 2 minutes of just an empty cinema. And sure, the first like 30 seconds are like, oh, reflecting, right? But beyond that, you can become a bit annoyed, like, just continue with the story.
I see.
You know?
I see.
But I don't know, for me, like, good use of silence is really powerful. Yeah.
Personal preference now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Say 2 characters. One that speaks through silence and one that speaks through quibs.
Through what?
Through snarky remarks.
Yeah, okay.
Which one do you prefer? Let's say you've got to kill off one of them.
Oh.
No?
One who speaks, like, too soft, you mean?
No, one that speaks like... No, one that, like, speaks in silence. Like...
In silence?
Like, the one that, like... conveys more... Is a man of little words and even fewer expressions. Yes.
And, like, quibby... Yeah, okay. I think I'd kill off the man of few words.
Why?
I like people who have fun. I like the silly characters.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite genre is comedy. For everything almost. And so, like, having a character that, like, so that their sole purpose is to have fun and be silly is something that I look for. You know?
Okay.
Something that I prefer.
What are your opinions on comic tragedies? So things that's
Yeah.
What are your, like? Do you like them more or do you like just pure comedy?
I think I like them more. You see, I don't really like the scale, putting how much you like something on a scale, because they're 2 different things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I like comedy a lot in some respect, and then tragic comedy in other respects. You know?
Oh, yeah, tragic comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I like, technically, I would say that I like it this much less. You know, just comedy just a bit above it. But, like, it's so minuscule that I basically like them the same amount, you know?
So you like Asterix and Obelisk more than Andor?
Is Andor a tragic comedy?
Well... Okay, maybe wrong example. I have trouble remembering things, but
I'd say maybe, like, I think that Dead Poet Society could count as a tragic comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, and because if we take Asterix and Obelix and Dead Poet Society, they're so different things that you, like, for me, I can't even, like, compare them that much. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick Dead Poet Society. I really like that film.
Okay, which stage of teenage disillusionment does Dead Poet Society fit into?
Which are the stages?
I don't know, just make one up.
I'd say it fits into confusion. Because a main theme in Dead Poet Society is the whole, like, what should I do in life? You know, that I have so many passions, but society wants me to do this thing. You know, for example, with Neil, I love that guy. He's so me for real. He wants to be an actor, but his father's like, no, you're a doctor, right? Which leads to him killing himself. Spoiler.
Go on.
And I think that, out of the disillusionment stages of agency, it would be confusion.
I see. And do you think confusion is a good character trait?
I'd say that it's a character trait that could definitely lead to good character development. I don't know if it's overdone. I don't think it's a good character trait because like it's not good for themselves. But I feel like in every story, a character should be a bit confused because if they know everything, then they have their whole life set out, you know? They have to have something that's like bugging them for them to be like a protagonist, you know?
I see. I'm trying to think of like an example where the protagonist like isn't confused at all, like he just knows everything, like Sherlock Holmes, right? He sort of knows everything, right?
Yeah, but
like
the problem with Sherlock Holmes is that he doesn't fit into society, and that's something he's confused about, you know?
Ah, interesting.
Because
Wait,
like,
let me. Okay. Thanos.
Well, he's an antagonist, isn't he?
Okay, well, yeah, that's true. Captain America.
Ooh,
The paragon of justice.
Yeah, for him, I guess it would be the personal problems that he has, that he's missing Bucky, that he wants to be with Peggy, but then he has to go save the world, and you know, the balance between personal want and liberty and like justice and shit.
Okay.
You know?
Hermione Granger.
Oh, well, she again with Sherlock Holmes, she doesn't fit in. She's a weird one, but I love her.
Are you sure you're not talking about Luna Lovegood?
No, I'm talking about Hermione.
Luna Lovegood.
I mean, she's happy with not fitting in, but I'm sure that there's some part of her that would like to be more connected with others because they distance themselves away from her.
I see. Sally Jackson.
Who?
Percy Jackson's mom.
I haven't read the books.
Okay. Paul Atreides.
Ooh, well, he's confused the entire time, isn't he?
Explain. Is he confused or he? Okay. How do you define confusion?
I would define it as both. I mean, it will be first having something that you don't know, or having something that you don't understand completely, and then usually in storytelling there would also be a want to find out, right?
Yeah.
And for Paul Atreides, that the thing that he doesn't understand fully is like the whole like the people of the, I don't remember the planet's name.
Arrakis,
exactly. Those people and how he fits into that narrative. And then the way he tries to find out is through a form of manipulation of the people as well as the manipulation of himself. Because he like tries to make himself believe that yes, I'm the prophet. You know? And puts himself into that role, even though that may not be true.
But it turns out that was true.
Is it though? Or are we seeing it through Paul's eyes?
That's a very interesting notion. So you would say that Paul Atreides is a unreliable narrator? I
would say so, yes.
Would you agree to the statement that all protagonists are unreliable narrators?
I mean, if the story is told through a specific perspective, then yes. Because we all have different experiences of certain moments. Like even us two in this setting have different expectations and thoughts about what the situation is.
Of course.
They may be similar, but there's always going to be some differences. So yeah.
Good stuff. Now let's get a little bit more personal. Shall we? What's a story moment that visually or like that just basically haunts you, right? Even years later, even now. It could be a bedtime story. You know, there's this. When I was young, my grandma would tell me about this one creature in Chinese called a 大马猴, which translated as a big mountain ape. And it's like if you don't finish your greens or if you don't go to sleep early, the mountain ape would come and eat you.
Oh no.
But right now, like even if I know that the mountain ape probably doesn't exist, the mention of its name is still like, uncanny, you know?
Yeah.
So what is one for you?
For me, well, Norway is a pretty like dark country in the sense that during winters, it's very, very dark outside, right? From like September to April.
Because Fenrir gobbled up the sun.
Sure, buddy. That's at the end of the world, but
Yeah.
I don't think that has happened yet.
Okay,
It may.
All right, okay.
It may, but you know, it's a very dark country, and so I have always been afraid of the dark. Because of multiple reasons. One, because it's just scary, you know. But also because of like Norwegian folklore. That like if you're out in the forest in yourself when it's dark, the trolls are gonna get you. The trolls, yeah. And like
I remember there's 2 movies about Norwegian trolls.
yeah, there are.
Yeah.
The one called The Troll.
Yeah, I have yet to watch them actually.
You should. They're good. But another reason I was afraid of the dark is just that feeling of being not alone. You know?
Ah, I see.
You know, it's the feeling that, like, usually in other situations, being not alone is a good thing. You know, you have someone with you. That's cute, you know? But when it's in the dark and you're not supposed to be with someone, the fear that someone is actually there and you don't know, I hate that feeling.
So, it's... You fear the unfamiliar.
Yes, I do not like the unfamiliar. I never do in any situation. So, yeah.
I got it on camera, Milo.
Oh, no.
I got that on camera, Milo. Okay, yeah. All right, okay. What is one, like... Could you share, like, one bedtime story or, like, anything that, like, inflicted this fear of trolls or, like, the folklore in you?
I think that there was like we have multiple like fairy tales in Norway about trolls. But there was a program on TV that made puppets and like cute ones, like stop motion type puppets.
Oh yeah.
And then reenacted the fairy tales, right? Really cute, but they were a bit creepy.
Oh, that score.
Yeah.
That score of my comfort character.
Yeah.
Okay.
The score. Oh no! And literally, it was because the fairy tale is about this guy who's a recurring character in all fairy tales in Norway, named Askeladden, which means the Ash Boy, and because he used to play an ash. Don't worry about it. And so this fairy tale is called the Ash Boy is speed eating, right, with the troll. Okay.
Oh.
So what happens is that he gets kidnapped by a troll, and the troll takes him back to his lair, right? And the troll is like, in Norwegian folklore, trolls had like treasures in their lairs, okay? So Askeladden sees this and he's like, oh my god, I want that treasure, right? But the troll's gonna eat him, right? And so the troll goes like, oh, you look so yumsters, right? Yeah. And Askeladden goes like, no, let me free, set me free. And the troll's like, well, I'll set you free if you beat me in a race in eating porridge, right?
Okay.
And so what happens is that they eat, but Askeladden is smart because he puts his backpack on the front of his body, so that instead of putting the porridge into his mouth, he just puts it into the backpack, right? So the troll's like eating, and he's like, oh, I'm so fucking full, right? And Askeladden's like, what do you mean? I can do this all day, ha ha ha, right? And so he eats and eats and eats and eats, and like the troll's almost done, but Askeladden is before him. And Askeladden goes like, oh, I'm kind of getting full, so he takes his knife and he cuts open the backpack, being like, time for a second serving, I guess, right? And the troll is like, oh, that's smart, I should do that too. As in open his stomach to let the punch out, right? And so in the show, I remember this from a very young age, I remember the troll taking the knife and cutting up his own stomach. And that's how Askeladden wins and gets the treasure. And and I'm like, should they be showing this on television?
Trust me, it's for their development.
Yeah. And like, you were supposed, like, as a child, I didn't think much of it as like a story point because like I'm like, yay, Askeladden won, let's go, he got the treasure, yay, troll evil, bad, you know?
Dead.
Yeah, but like thinking, it always like came back to me, that one scene of watching the knife like,
I see.
and that was kind of scary. So yeah.
That would have been banned anywhere else, man.
Yeah, I don't think they show it anymore.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
what did they raise you with? Oh.
So yeah.
You know, this Porridge thing, it reminded me of this one tale, the Nordic tale about Thor and Loki and the giant in the Jotunheim.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're eating in the king's banquet.
Yeah.
Right? And the king is like, okay, lift my cat and like drink this goblet and like eat faster than my fastest eater.
Uh-huh.
You know that one?
Mm.
Yeah. So it reminded me of that. Regarding folklore and like mythology.
Yeah.
What's your opinions on God of War on Scandinavian cultural representation?
God of War being which? Do you mean like the God of War or like media?
The game, not here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I haven't played it.
But from like
From the images I've seen
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah. I think it's okay.
okay.
It's a pretty standard representation of like Nordic like old stuff. Like to me it looks like any old Nordic game. They do have some accuracies in their displaying on like in terms of like weapons and stuff. But other than that, it's pretty standard.
What would you say is a show that, or like any piece of media that represents your culture really well?
As in like Vikings and shit.
I mean, if you I mean, I don't see anything interesting with the Scandinavians like after the 20th century, so like whatever.
That represented accurately, not that many.
Okay.
Yeah, like even like for example, like How to Train Your Dragon. It's about Vikings, right? But it's very poorly represented.
Do you wear caps?
No.
Do you wear caps?
No,
Have you worn caps?
no, I have not.
Will you wear caps?
Maybe.
When will you wear caps? Will there be horns on the caps?
Shut up! They don't have horns. Just that, right? And the metal was usually like reused metal from your family's like chest plates or their helmets.
Why wear cap on chest?
It's the other way around, honey. Chest on head.
Chest on head.
They reforged it. It's still the same metal, but
Reforged. What's that?
it means that when you melt down.
No, I know what it is.
Really?
Go on. Go
Do
on.
you?
Yeah, I do. I play
Do you?
Hypixel Sniper. Go on.
Me too. No, yeah. But like, yeah, inaccuracies.
Why no horns?
Why no horns? Because they just didn't do that.
Why?
I
It
don't know.
look good.
It
look
does. I agree.
cool.
It looks cool. Yeah, but they just didn't do that, and I don't know why. But like, and I have no clue where that came from.
Viking boring? Now? Yes?
I wouldn't say boring. I thought
No horns.
interesting. This is cool about Vikings. They were very, very clean.
No way.
Yes, they were.
Okay.
Genuinely.
Okay. Explain.
They were really clean.
How do they poop of their long sheep?
They lean over and poop, you fucking idiot.
And then they wipe
Take
with
the water.
they wipe with hand.
Like a,
They wipe
like
with
a
hand?
bidet. No, that's not the word. Bidet. You know, or whatever they're called. You know, in toilets when the water shoots up your ass. They just did that with their hands,
Oh.
right? And so they
Oh.
cleaned themselves, and they saw being clean as like a cool thing to be in social life, right? If you weren't clean, you were down there.
But I thought there were Vikings that get nicknames like Bjorn Smelly Feet or like No?
No, know.
Horrible history tell me that.
I mean, maybe there was some guy who smelled really bad.
Yeah.
Got that name, but that was because he smelled really bad. That one guy smelled. If everyone did that, everyone would be called Stinky Feet.
But if everyone's stinky, no one's stinky no more.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yes.
Why they wash?
Look, if everyone is stinky, no one is stinky, right? You agree?
No.
If everyone is stinky, they wouldn't be able to tell that they were stinky.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So if everyone was that, they wouldn't be able to give that person the stinky nickname because they wouldn't know that he was stinky. Therefore, everyone else was clean, he was stinky, therefore he was nicknamed Stinky.
Good point. Good point.
Thank you. And
Why no horns?
I don't know. We don't have that many horn shit in Norway. We have like elks, but their antlers are like big, and that's impractical. We don't have like the type horn. Yeah.
They use horn on cap for goblet. No. Yes. They
Yes,
use.
they did. They used.
No. They put horn goblet on hat.
No,
They-
they use it for goblets, not hats.
Why no hat?
Because they use it for goblets. Like, would you put this flask on your cap and
No.
No, why would they?
Because horn cool. Plastic no
But to
cool.
to them, this was the equivalent of the horn.
They don't know what plastic is.
Oh, do you know what equivalent means? Their flasks was a horn, right? So why would they put their flasks on their caps?
Good answer. Next question.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Do you notice color, lighting, or texture when reading or watching a story?
Yes.
How does it affect your experience?
I really like colors. I love colors and composition. It's my favorite thing to look at when I watch films. Therefore, one of my favorite directors.
You like Doctor Strange?
I do.
Doctor Strange, they touch head, boop. Doctor Strange go, wow,
Yep.
into cosmos.
Yep. Favorite too.
You like?
I do like.
I like.
Yeah, me too. But because I like color so much, my favorite director in film is.
Wait. Wes Anderson.
Yes!
Yeah. Favorite film? Fantastic Mr. Fox.
No.
For me.
No.
For me.
For you.
For you, Isle of Dog.
No.
No, Budapest.
Maybe. You don't
You're,
have all knowledge.
No, I'm more of an old-fashioned
There's a
person.
lot of that guy, am I right? Anyways, so yeah, I really like colors because like every color comes with some form of connotation, you know? And so when you're watching something, you associate that thing with the thing, you know?
Are symbols necessary in great storytelling, or are they just a layer for interpretation?
I think that there's a difference between symbols and motifs. And so symbols can be very useful in the sense that they can create a deeper understanding for the audience if the audience looks for them. But as for motifs, they would be integrated into the story, right? It's a recurring symbol, you know? And that the motif is then, I wouldn't say vital, but like kind of important for the audience to understand, you know?
What's your favorite leitmotif?
Sorry?
What's your favorite leitmotif?
Light?
Yeah. Like L-E-I-T. Like a sound. For instance, Vader's breathing.
Oh yeah.
That's a leitmotif.
I love it.
What's your favorite leitmotif?
Ooh.
In any media.
Yeah.
I love the yeah in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. When you find them seeds. Yeah. And they do a shingle. Ding ding.
Me too. I really like the creeper sound
Oh.
from like yeah. Because you know, like it's become so ingrained in the Minecraft players
Mhm.
and like basically everyone on the internet that
Mhm.
when you hear that sound, you're fucked.
Ah.
You know? And I really like
You like Minecraft?
I do!
Yes?
I really like Minecraft, yeah.
Which version?
Java.
Which version?
Java edition.
Yeah, which version?
Oh, I like any version, to be honest.
You like old? You like old or new?
I like the middle ground where it has
Before Nether, after?
but after Nether.
After Nether.
I like having like I don't like necessarily all the additions that they made in recent years, but I think that the oceans update was a really good one, as well as the caves one. Though the caves one was a bit overdone. I feel there was very many caves.
What's Minecraft's lore?
I'm sorry.
Why you laugh? Why laugh?
I'm not laughing.
What's your favorite What's your
What's my favorite example?
What's your favorite example of a story using form, for example, structure, time, space, to shape its meaning?
Slaughterhouse 5.
I've never heard of that book in my life before. Please explain.
It is a story by Kurt Vonnegut. It's about a soldier's experience in the war as well as after it, and it's also an alien abduction type situation. And Vonnegut really expertly uses the form of the novel in the sense that the narrative structure as a way to represent like the trauma and the disheveled memory that the soldier has of the war, because like every event happens like all the time in the book. You never really know where or when more accurately you are, and I find that very interesting.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
We're moving on to our last question.
Fanfiction?
What?
What? Is it about
Fanfiction?
fanfiction?
No, unfortunately not. Although you can make it about fanfiction. When is a story a piece of art, and when is it just a product? And how can you tell the difference?
Ooh. A story? I think that most things can be art in the eyes of the audience. So like any story can be art to some people and others can't, you know? And so answering that question from my perspective, I'd say that stories with like clear intent behind from the author, as well as like with the intention of being viewed as a certain thing, would be considered art. Whilst, for example, like just like bedtime stories and like just like small like anecdote stories wouldn't count as art. Although it may to someone, it just doesn't to me. That's just a product of culture.
And a product of culture isn't art.
I mean, sometimes it is, yeah, definitely. But like smaller ones, such as, you know, like you have to fall asleep, or the bed bugs are gonna get you, or the monster under the bed is gonna get you. That kind of stuff isn't art. You know. But yeah. But I also think that.
So you think they're products, not art?
Those specific ones, yes. But I do think that. Like, everything is up to how you view it. Like, you could probably persuade me into thinking that everything is art. Everything ever created is art.
But that's boring.
It is.
Here under Goebel, we talk in absolutes.
Okay. That's interesting, yeah.
We gotta have that strong answer.
Yeah, I don't really like absolutes. I like stuff up for until.
You hate absolutes.
No, I
loathe them.
I like them sometimes.
But sometimes you make exceptions.
Yes, exactly. I think
exactly.
that everything is up for interpretation in the audience, such as with fan fiction, where if you have a story that you really enjoy and you want to honor it by writing your own little version of it or writing something specific that you had in
Are
mind.
you honoring it by disrupting the literary canon, though?
If you intend... No, I don't... I mean, yes, I think you are.
That's a lot of switches. 2 seconds.
Yes,
Milo.
I think you're honoring it by creating something based off of it, no matter what it is. Because, like, the original media will always exist.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, you're not really doing anything to it. You're just, like, creating this own little thing. What if this happened?
I can't believe I invited two fanfic glazers onto my podcast.
I like fanfiction. I was reading it, like, an hour ago.
Okay. So you would say that the difference between a piece of art and a product is scale.
No, I would say that the difference between a product and art is the scale of the impact of the intention behind the story. How big the impact that you intend to impact people with.
No, wait, hold up. I'm trying to sort out your first lines. You know, it's considered bad writing if you use two ofs consecutively.
I know.
Okay, but I think I get it.
Yeah?
No. Thank you for this great interview. Milo, let me shake your hand.
Thank you. You disagree with me on the fanfiction thing?
No, I love fanfiction. Like, anytime.
Any of it?
I even downloaded a Passerine as a PDF and printed out as a book for, like, future reference. You know, no joke. It's in my home in China right now.
Like a full, like,
yeah,
of
like
a fanfiction?
like 329 pages.
Of a fanfiction?
Yeah. I mean, it's not just a fanfiction.
No, it's
okay,
not. Send it.
What do you mean, send it?
Send it.
Oh, I said a book.
Send it.
I'll send it to PDF. Okay.
No.
Well, at least I make my own stuff, not like someone else. They take.
I also do that.
They steal stuff from someone like already
Steal
like.
it. They don't steal it. You lost the plot. You lost the plot.
No, man, it's so convenient to just like take that world and take its characters and mush it up, right?
Because it's a fanfiction. They're fans of those
They're
characters.
stealing it.
No!
I don't get it.
Balls.
Testicles.
Yes. They're
Okay.
pastel in the sense that they're not hue, value. Their value is set higher, right? So the color.
I don't know. I'm only visual arts HL student. You're so glad you joined this interview.
I'm very
Like,
glad.
so glad.
So very glad. Not at all embarrassed.
Shall we proceed?
2 seconds.
What's your favorite example of a